Hello and welcome to Tax Heaven 3000, a visual novel developed by MSCHF, available on itch.io, and apparently it is a dating sim that teaches you how to do your taxes. Isn't that like a novel idea? Let's check it out. All right. Let's see here. What is my name? Well, I'm not gonna put my real name, but I'll just put, I don't know. I'll put SighingSlider. I don't know. And my last name, I didn't really think too far ahead of this. And by the way, other than the fact that I'm not really putting my real information, I'm also Canadian, and this software apparently only helps people in America. It teaches you how to do American taxes. So I don't know how this is gonna work necessarily, but I'm just gonna put random information. Okay, I'll just put like Sighings, like Slider. Kind of weird though. They're gonna call me Sighing or something. I'd rather, when people, if you're gonna call me by a nickname instead of calling my full like handle name, I'd rather be called Slider, not Sighing. Sighing just sounds weird because it doesn't, it's a verb, But anyway, whatever. Also save, by the way. Game has been saved. Great. Lower text speed a little bit, actually. Okay. Alright. Phew, there we go. I officially moved in. Moving sure obliterates your ability to think about anything else. My mind is drained, and after hauling chairs into a new apartment, my body isn't feeling much better. Still, it's a fine, bright day. This spring could be a fresh start. I'll be more organized, happier, maybe I'll even find that special someone. With my flat screen TV on the floor. Might as well walk around and get to know the town a little bit. Plus, I need to grab a pencil to fill out some final paperwork for my lease. I should keep an eye for a stationery store or something. Well, it's certainly not the biggest town in the world, but then again, there's always something to be said for walkable infrastructure. There's a cute cafe near me, and the streets seem pretty lively. There's a bit of a business district too. Oh, here we go. Is this a stationery store? It has a cute mascot, some kind of rabbit, and a cheerful font for the store name, Mulberry Press. I'm never sure exactly what kind of products a store like this sells, but I bet I can at least get a pencil in here. Whoa! Okay, here's Iris, the main character of this game. Watch out! Ooh. And she has a toaster in her mouth, and then, yikes, I was so caught up trying to decipher the concept of this, Hyge little store? I don't know what HYGGE stands for, to be honest, but the contents of this little store that I wasn't paying attention to where I was going, and now I've bumped into. Are you okay? This incredibly cute girl! That reminds me of a different game, anyway, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you there. You're not hurt, are you? Yeah, it looks like I'm fine. But hang on. How about as an apology, you tell me your name? Wait, what? Is she saying that or am I saying that? Because if I'm saying that, it's kind of weird, isn't it? I don't know, anyway. Or, I guess she's saying sorry. I don't know, it's weird. What a weird... I don't know, what a weird transition. Anyway. My name's Iris. What's yours? I'm Sighing, I guess. I just moved here. Oh, really? So, Sighing, are you a US resident? Save the game. I imagine this ends the game because, yeah, as I mentioned earlier before, this game, I think, only helps you if you're an American. So, what if I didn't say that? Well, I'm not. Sighing, I think you're pretty kind of cute, but I don't think you can do long distance right now. Maybe it's better if we just go separate ways. And the game is over. That's funny. Well, let's not do that. Because I actually want to play the game, I guess. Sure. I sure am. Yeehaw! America! That's my American impression. This girl makes a weirdly nationalist first impression. Okay, so I guess I'm saying this, okay. Say, you were just coming out of the store when you bumped into me, right? Is it a stationery store? I need to buy a pencil. Oh, Sai, do you like stationery? I have a little notebook that I write everything down in. What I did today, new things I learned, cute people. Well, anyway, it's like a second memory. Here, these are for you. Great. I never use, what do you call these? I don't know what you call these. Lead pencils, I guess? Anyway. This is a really fancy technical pencil and a super cute eraser. I don't think I ever put this much thought into choosing a writing instrument in my life. I've tested a lot of writing supplies and these are my favorites. You never know when you'll need a good pencil, Sighing. Maybe you want to write down your social security number or give someone your phone number. You don't say. Thank you, Iris. It's so exciting to move to a new town. I'd be happy to show you around, I can't speak. I'd be happy to show you around and maybe talk some more. If you're not too busy, that is. I know it's tax season, so some people are... Oh, I love that. Okay, I need to get back to work. How about getting coffee tomorrow? 12:30, okay? I'll meet you at the cafe. Wow, lucky. I can't believe I bumped into this super cute anime girl outside a stationery store. And on my first real day in town. Amazing. Wait, did she say tax season? The true horror. It's almost April 18th, and I haven't done my taxes. Now's not the time to worry about it, but I have to deal with that soon. In any case, I got a day with cute girls to look forward to. At least I think it's a date. It's strange, by the way. I mean, I know for America, when you do your taxes, it's like typical taxes and whatnot, as you know. Or you may not know I don't know if you're not familiar with doing taxes. But I think in Europe, it's a lot different, actually. I think in Europe, you don't actually do your taxes. The government does it for you, and then you just get a letter in the mail, and that's it. You do a little check mark, and then you're done. I don't know. That's what I've heard anyway. But let's see. I needed a good rest after unpacking all day yesterday. What now? I told Iris I'd meet her for coffee. Better get going. Apparently in Europe, I mean, as far as I've heard, I don't know for sure because I don't live in Europe, but apparently for most people, I think, the government just checks, how much income you made, and they're like, okay, and then just send it to you. You don't have to do that. In North America, it's your job to do that. It's your job to write down, how much money did you make for your employer, basically. The employer gives you a form that tells you that or whatever, a document rather. And then you write it down, and then you type it into the forms, and then you send it yourself to double check with the government, even though the government kind of already knows how much money you made anyway. But it's a convoluted system to do that. So it's kind of a lot easier if you're in Europe. You don't have to really do anything, as far as I've heard anyway. I don't know, or at least maybe it's more simpler. I'm not sure. But here's a local coffee shop. It's cute. Nothing too fancy going on here with their coffee offerings, but definitely a step above your average chain. Hey, Sighing, over here. Iris is waving at me enthusiastically from the corner table. I recognize the little notebook on the table. She really must take it everywhere. I got here a little early. I'm glad you came. It's so exciting meeting a new person in a new place, don't you think? Especially when you're single. Well, actually, Sighing, are you filing singly or jointly on your 2022 federal tax return? Yes. Is she trying to ask whether I'm single or not? That's a weird way to do it. But I guess I'm not in a position to judge the first person I met in a new town. I do believe you... I mean, yeah, if you are married, I guess, you can do your taxes jointly, and then it's and then you have specific tax benefits, if I remember correctly. So one person can claim certain credits for both people, I think, depending on what you're claiming, I guess. I guess filing singly, I guess. Oh, that's great. You're a single filer, and you're not married, are you? I guess it's a choice. You don't have to file jointly, I guess. Nope, not married. Yay, I'm single too, as an anime girl. I could give you a hand of your taxes if you want, Sighing. Oh, I mean, only if you want to. We could compare notes as we go. Yes. Iris seems a bit flustered by her own sudden rush of enthusiasm. I'm not sure it's my first choice of activity, but I could use all the help I can get when it comes to taxes. So you're a single filer. Do you have any dependents? Dependents, meaning kids, No. I could say any what. No, let's learn what dependents are actually. Well, dependents are either a qualifying child or a qualifying relative. For example, a child, stepchild, brother, sister, or parent. I guess, yeah, if you take care of your parents as well, depending is, or rather could also be dependent. Wow, you really know a lot about this stuff, don't you? Well, I don't know everything, but I try my best. No. But no? I see, you don't have any qualifying children or relatives as dependents? No. With this dog, I'm trying not to put like sensitive information, but like, you know, will these questions actually kind of dox me? I don't know, I'm not sure. Don't worry about it. No dependents. Well, so you come without any strings attached then. I'm also doing my best to avoid any complicated situations. How old are you? Well, okay, so this is definitely, I'm not gonna put my real birth date. Let's say, I don't know, was it like month? Or do I put like this? Let's say, can I put the 1500s? No. Well, I mean, I wonder what she says about that. Oh, I don't know. Let's say, and this is not my real dates, obviously, but I'm just gonna put like that. I actually put this date in particular. I always use if a website asks for my birth date, you know, and I just like, what's your birthday, you know, or whatever. I'm like, I just put a fake one. But yeah. 33, huh? I see. What if we got to know each other's financial situation a little better, Sai? For 2022, what types of income did you have? There are lots of types, so maybe the easiest thing is just look for the forms you received. So I don't know any of these forms. What's the most basic form, actually? What if I say what? Well, so a Form W-2 is issued by a full or part-time employer and reports your income for the year as well as the amount of tax withheld from your paychecks. You should receive one of these from any job where you're an official employee as opposed to freelance, gig work, or self-employment. A Form 1099-G reports income you receive from unemployment compensation. A Form SSA 1099 reports income you receive from your Social Security benefits. A Form 1099-INT reports interest income from bank account, credit union, or a few other cases. In general, if any types of these incomes, you receive appropriate form. How do you know all this? I just try my best. There's always more to learn. Alright. Well, most likely then, I have this equivalent in Canada. Again, I'm not putting my real information, but, you know, this is the form that most people get, I imagine. I mean, I got mine too, but, you know. I think in Canada, it's called a T4, I think. Or something like that. I think, yeah, at least in North America, this is the most common form that you get. You know, you work for an employer, and then by tax season, you know, they're supposed to give you like a document that tells you, you know, how much did you make, how much of that money went to taxes, and how much of that went to other stuff or whatever, you know. I know in Canada, there's something called the Canadian Pension Plan, and I think employment insurance. I think like part of that money just goes towards that, you know, and I think, I can't remember which is which, but I think the company are supposed to like put money into that too, is the idea. It's for retirement, you know. So I imagine America, you know, United States of America does something similar. Everything else is just like, you know, dependent if you have other stuff, I guess. But yeah, you know, if I guess, well, any other more complicated taxes, I imagine, isn't covered by this game. Well, actually, let me see. I'm gonna save the game. Any other form? Oh wow. Don't take this the wrong way, but your files are a little intimidating. I'm not really looking for something that's serious right now. Maybe it's better to go our separate ways. There you go, yeah. So anything more complicated than that, like for example, if you own your own business, that's the thing I feel like, yeah, that's more complicated because it depends on how much money you make. But if you're incorporated, then you have to start calculating your own taxes. You know, like for example, when you buy something from the grocery store, you always see on the receipt, you know, the taxes, you know, how much you are taxed. If you own your business, then you have to do that yourself. You know, you have to like calculate your own taxes when you charge people, basically, as like a freelancer or like a contractor or whatever. Depending, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, you have to like do it yourself. That's why it's more complicated. But yeah, I don't know. For most people though, it's just this. And I always hear though, people always say, I always hear it actually. People go, oh, I don't know how to do my taxes. It's so difficult. And it might be because I'm spoiled because I just use tax software, but it's actually pretty easy, for most people anyway. Again, it depends if you actually are like, I don't know, a business owner. But if you're not and you're just an employee, then it's actually quite simple. It's just plugging in those numbers. But anyway, I guess we'll see. Got it. I think I can handle you. Isn't that great to meet people who are in a place in their life that's similar to yours? Of course, anyone could relate to anyone. But there's a certain chemistry that exists when your situations are similar, wouldn't you say? Iris sure has a certain starry-eyed energy about her. But I understand that feeling. When you don't have a lot of pre-existing attachments in life, it can be easy and enjoyable to try new things. Iris, you keep asking me about my financial situation. How about you? What do you do for work? Oh, I work at a library. I love being surrounded by books all day. I can learn so much. Like how yarn is made and what coral is. But that's just facts, Also what it's like to love a parent, or to be lonely, or how people who have never met can become close from a chance meeting. What a coincidence. Iris seems to realize she's waxing on a bit. I feel like most people learn these things naturally just by growing up and not by reading. Though she smiles happily, she really does seem to enjoy this thought. Why don't you come and find me there sometime? I'm usually at my desk writing in my notebook when I'm not off in a stack someplace. It's also nice and private most of the time. The library, huh? Not necessarily the first place I go to hang out. Hang on though, I guess that's an invitation to see each other again? In that case, bury me in books, baby. I guess you could say I'm an analog girl at heart. You don't let your finances get too digital, do you, Sighing? Did you sell, trade, gift, or receive any cryptocurrency in 2022? I guess I don't mind too much if you just own some though. So this is something I'm not familiar with at all. I never got into the whole crypto craze, I guess. The only worthwhile one would have been Bitcoin, but that's only because a bunch of rich people. I mean, as far as I know anyway, I'm not an expert on this, but as far as I understood, it's only because a bunch of rich people happened to be convinced to invest in Bitcoin, and therefore the value just skyrocketed, and the few people who took advantage of that, could make a lot of money. But other than that, cryptocurrency is not really safe, and in fact it's like, how do you say, it's like it's prone to scams. What was that one meme? It's like BitConnect, that was one famous scam. You invest your money in some random digital virtual currency, and then suddenly the value drops and you lose all your money. So it's just ripe with scams, and I, as far as I know anyway, again, I'm not an expert, but as far as I understand what cryptocurrency is, it's just it's basically money. It's just alternative currency, except it's not insured by the government, basically. So it's just kind of worse if you're not rich. If you're rich, if you're a millionaire, then maybe, because the idea is that you use it to evade taxes, but if not, then I feel for most people, it's just not worth it. I don't know. It's basically just gambling at that point. Anyway, I'm just going on a big tangent. As far as I understand it, I remember talking to someone in real life, about it, and they said my explanation of that is wrong or something. So I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I went on a big tangent, by the way. Something about cryptocurrency, I guess. What's this? Yes, lol. GM friends? Wag me? I don't know what any of that meant. Did I do what? Well, let's see. If you don't know what cryptocurrency is, this probably doesn't apply to you. Tell me if you receive any crypto, either for free, as payment, from airdrop, through mining, or through staking. Also, let me know if you saw any crypto for fiat currency or exchange crypto tokens. If you give the crypto to another person. You don't let your finances get too digital, do you? Okay. I mean, no. In real life, no. And, I don't know how it will work, actually. Does the government even tax you for crypto at this point? Maybe they do. I'm just gonna say no. Let's not get too complicated. Oh, you seem pretty savvy. So I'm glad you aren't taken in by a pyramid scheme like that. I mean, it can be, yeah. Again, it's just it's so saturated. So many people trying to scam people, That's what I heard anyway for crypto. It's really nice to talk with you. I have a good feeling about the two of us. Hey, will you give me your phone number? I'm not sure why. Well, what if I want to call you so you can see each other again, silly? Or what if the IRS needs your contact information and you provided it to them because you've become mysteriously unreachable? Or maybe I want to send you a picture. Okay. Okay. Maybe she just wants to send you cute cat pictures, that's all. Now, what is your phone number? Well, obviously I'm not gonna put my real phone number, so I'm gonna put like, I don't know, 123 123 1234. Great. Iris puts her phone number into my phone. She's one of those people who uses a forefinger instead of her thumbs to type on the phone. Is there a difference, actually? I don't know. I don't use my phone a lot, actually. I definitely use my forefinger because my phone is actually... I don't know. It's not... If using my thumb, I use it sometimes, but it's kind of hard to use my thumb on the phone. I think it's like relatively big, so... I usually use my forefingers. I don't know. Is there a difference? It's kind of... It's just like an observation I never thought about. Anyway, will you give me your email too? I want to be in full contact with you. Sure. In fact, I mean, this is not my personal email, but I'm going to put my actual email. By the way, if anyone wants to reach me, this is my official business email, quote unquote. It's just a Gmail, but you know. So that's actually an email that I have. I don't mind sharing that. That's public information, actually. It's on my YouTube channel, actually. If you go to the About section and you click on, you know, contact, business, email, whatever, that's actually my email. Iris is an exceptionally odd conversationalist, but her earnest enthusiasm is charming, despite the fact that she has a cute interest in my tax status. You know, she just wants you for your taxes. After drinking our coffee, the day of Iris concludes smoothly. Gotta run. I'll see you tomorrow, right? Come by the library and find me. Up and at 'em. Today is another lovely day. The fact that I still haven't started my taxes this year is nibbling at the back of my mind a little. But the sun is shining, and I'm meeting Iris at the library. Let's figure out where that is. Where should I go? There you go. 1 out of 4 dates. I got 3 more dates to go, I guess. And $0 refund at the moment. Tax day. You go back to the cafe. I don't know why you would, though. So, I mean, I guess... I don't know. Why would you go to the cafe? I got plenty of time. I guess I could stop by the cafe, but maybe it'd be better to go straight to the library. I'll stop by the cafe and get something to drink. It's definitely a cafe chain, but I can see that the small town regulars transform into something a little bit more personal. I can imagine that if I come here enough, it will start to feel homey. Okay. Oh, this is a... I'm assuming optional scene, I guess, to not go straight to the library, maybe. Barista. Yeah. Hi, welcome to Cafe Deductions. Cafe Deductions. What can I get you? Get me... I don't know. I actually don't drink coffee. Matcha? Matcha is a type of tea, I think, right? If I get... I guess I'll get a latte. A latte, I think, has milk in it, right? If I remember correctly, or I could be wrong. I just know I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm not sure. Just give me a black coffee, whatever. Can I get a black coffee? Yep, I'll get that started for you. Go behind the counter, tucks my order slip next to some others. There's a note on some of the order slips with the name of a drink I've never seen. What is it? Hey, what is Ventichamago Machuchi? I don't know how to pronounce that. I can't help but notice it written there. I had never heard of anything like that. Where'd you see that? Ah, I see. It's on the receipt there. But that's not a real menu item. There's this pink-haired girl who orders the craziest thing I've ever seen a human drink. We made a name for it, so we don't have to write all the ingredients down as a custom order. What is in it? Like, what's in it? Pink hair, huh? That sounds familiar. How crazy are we talking? What goes into it? Oh my god, everything. It's got a half dozen espresso shots, milk, condensed milk, every nut milk, matcha powder, bubble pearls, protein powder, turmeric, the new age mushroom powder, and don't get me started on the flavor shots. It's something like 2,200 calories. If you want to feel insane, I think you could probably survive off of this stuff. Here you go. Okay. Apparently Iris just simply chugs, you know, like some sort of weird meal replacement coffee drink instead of eating. Thank you. Just what I needed. I'll sit for a minute and sip this. Great. We learned lore. Alright, we'll go to the library. This must be where Iris works. I should go see if I can find her. As I walk through the doors of the library, I smell the comforting aroma of old paper and dust. Libraries are like memorials to a bygone age of public amenities. There's an air of solemnity over an otherwise cozy space. Let's figure out where Iris is. To be honest, the last time I visited a library was when there was a power outage in my area, and I was kind of bored because I had no access to internet or anything, or my computer. So I went to the library, and I read. Well, I didn't read. To be honest, I didn't really read. I didn't have time to read much, but there's a section of manga, basically. Just old manga that's just in the library, at least my local library anyway. And I was just browsing through manga, really. That's kind of what I did when there was a power outage. But I never went back though. I don't know. I don't really visit libraries all that often. Otherwise, because I don't read books. I just read manga, which is true literature. Anyway, there's a library's assistance desk toward the front with a familiar pink notebook on it. It really is recognizable. I don't see Iris though. Maybe she's off in the stack shelving books or something. Her notebook is sitting there temptingly. Should I peek at it? Say it again. You do your things. Okay, let's just invade her privacy real quick. It's fine, don't worry about it. Just a quick look is all. What's the harm? As like... Oh, okay. I was gonna say ominous music plays, but no, I think it's not ominous. Not too ominous. I don't think so. Anyway, just a quick little stuff. Personal details, income, credits, and deductions. Wow, this is a shockingly literal transcription of Iris' day-to-day activities in exhaustive detail. Today, when I woke up, I had orange juice and English muffin with raspberry jam. I'd never had raspberry jam before, and I liked it more than grape jelly, but not as much as orange marmalade. I reread yesterday's diary entry to confirm I remembered everything accurately. I ran out of pattern tape, so at 10:36 a.m. I left to go to the store. While walking on the sidewalk, I passed 2 inhabitants of the town. I purchased 3 rolls of tape for a total of $7.65, 1 strawberry pattern, 1 dot, and 1 floral. While exiting the store, I walked headlong into someone standing outside. Okay. I can see notes where she's gone back and noted past events with updates and cross-references. It's like this notebook is her outsourced memory. Oh wow, this is part about me. It's pretty much everything we're talking about since we met. Okay. First name, last name, cafe? I don't know if it's a typo or not. I didn't put that. I didn't put cafe. Phone number, email, residential address. Hang on a second. Does Iris think I have cafe as a last name? Why'd she write that? That's definitely not right. Damn, that's why that's what I do in my phone contacts when I can't remember someone's name. Maybe I didn't make it as memorable as an impression as I thought. I don't want her to have incorrect information about me, especially since it looks like she rereads these pages with some regularity. Since Iris gave me the exact technical pencil eraser she uses, I can mimic her writing perfectly. Can you? Can you do that? Like just immediately? I should probably edit this line to be my real last name. I guess in the future, if I ever need to correct anything, I tell her I know how to do it. Okay? Errors to resolve. Enter your last name. It's like real tax software. I guess I'll just do that. Alright, all fixed. Should I keep looking at this or close it? Continue? Let's continue looking. I'm curious. Iris records just about every detail of our interactions here. If something isn't right, I can change it so I know she has correct information about me. I don't know from her real address. Huh, okay, there's actually more to this, by the way. But yeah. She bumped into us. I met a friend today. I began creating a comprehensive record of our interactions. There's something different about this person. Sure, they seem a little more clueless than average, but I found it charming, like a protagonist in a dating sim visual novel. This all makes me nervous, of course. Having more to care about means more to lose if TT should ever find out, whatever that means. Sometimes when I take the bus to the library, I find myself pretending the other riders are my family members. I never knew my family. Diary, not really, so this is the second best thing. Kind of sad. Today I imagined man in a bolo tie was my uncle Rocky. I think it's a good name for an uncle, especially one in a bolo tie. Today I tried coffee. I found it a bit boring, but they have all kinds of things behind the counter to put in it. So I tried all of them. It reminded me of the food we used to drink at TT. Sometimes I get nostalgic for those things, even though I'm glad I got out. Is that bad? Okay, so that's what happened. She just tried literally everything. One of everything. Can anyone else claim science independent? Ooh, I didn't mean to. I guess. Sure, why not? Okay. Just like more stuff. Huh. You can fill out the blanks yourself, I guess, is the idea. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, that's enough of that. It looks like everything Iris knows about me is accurate. I better get out of here before she comes back to her desk. There's still no sign of Iris. Hang on a second. Looks like I got a text message just a moment ago. It sounds like I won't get to see her today after all. Hey, sorry, I got stuck doing some work in the library archive room today. I'll make it up to you. Is that her phone number? Is that a real phone number, by the way? Like in real life? Well, at the very least, I was able to edit my information in her diary. If I'm correct, it seems like she reviews the diary every morning. So now she'll know my name properly. Kinda weird though, isn't it? It's like, suddenly there's new information. Someone went into your like diary and wrote in the information. I don't know. I'm sorry I missed you yesterday. Do you want to meet me at the cafe? I've been looking forward to seeing you again. Or I've got to run an errand at the library branch office. You can keep you company. Okay, Iris texted. Where should we go for a makeup date? Where should we go? Can I just go to the library anyway? So there's a choice here, but let's go to the library. I can edit her diary if I need to. Walk around the library a bit. Maybe I'll check out a book. Just thinking about it makes me nostalgic. Being a little kid in school is most people's introductions to libraries. And it's funny to think it probably colors your impression of the space forever after. Library patron. Hey there, excuse me. Another library patron is waving to me with a friendly expression. She's loaded down with an armful of books. She appears to be a library power user. She is the power of library. Do you think you could help get a book down for me? My hands are a bit full at the moment. It's that red one up on the third shelf. She points to the thin volume on the shelf in front of where she's standing. No, I don't do this helping people. Who would help anyone? You know, it's all about me and what do I gain from it. No, okay, fine. Thanks so much. I'm Yolanda. What's your name? I don't think I've seen you around before. Something about the way she says it makes me think Yolanda spends a lot of time in the library. She sounds like she expects to recognize anyone who comes in here. I'm Sighing. I moved to town a few days ago. I just recently met this girl who works here. Oh, you must mean Iris. Isn't she just a joy? Although, don't you think she's a bit odd? What do you mean odd? Not in a bad way, mind you. Just, she's very peculiar. For one thing, she's a voracious reader. Or voracious reader? She even puts me to shame. The speed she goes through a book, it's like she's a machine. She certainly does seem quite studious. I remember when she first started here, it was like she didn't know how to interact with anyone. She would just sit and power through books, all subjects from the World Almanac to Dickens novels. Then all of a sudden, it was like she was a new person, friendly, outgoing. Yolanda shakes her head, cutting herself off. She clearly didn't mean to ramble on like this. Oh, what am I even saying? She's a very nice girl, don't listen to me rambling on. Thanks for helping me with my books. Alright. There's some like subtle hints that Iris is like a weirdo, by the way. Like she's not normal for some reason. But anyway. Okay, so we have a choice to go cafe or office. I mean, I feel like, yeah, this is an actual choice. I mean, I'd rather just go to a new place. You know, I want to see a new background art. So let's go to office. I think Iris said she wanted to I think Iris said she wanted me to keep her company while she went to the office building. Hey, Sign, over here. I don't have to go to the branch office very often. I don't really like the atmosphere in here. Thanks for keeping me company today. The library branch office is a pretty stereotypical office. The rows of desks and cubicles, the water cooler, the copying machine. It's so picture perfect, it almost feels like a set dressing. I'm not entirely sure why this dry, stereotypical office building makes Iris uncomfortable, but I'm happy to tag along if it means I can spend more time with her. Uh-oh, the copy machine isn't working. Can you help me fix this? Way to put me on the spot, Iris. Fixing a photocopier in front of a live, very attractive audience. There are a few worse things I can imagine. Usually, you just gotta check just check the... A lot of printers these days just have the troubleshooter on the screen, actually. You know, they have like digital screens you just look at. Okay, here we go. This is no problem. You can troubleshoot a photocopier. Type a command. Wow, Sign, you're really technical. What's wrong? Don't stop now. Oh, geez, what the heck is this? This appears to be a terminal access to the photocopier. What am I supposed to do? Hack the machine? Oh, so you can hack the machine, right? Should be pretty simple. Oh my god, I'm about to embarrass myself in front of Iris. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't sit here. I gotta type something here. Type a command. Oh. What? Code set. Ah, yes. Module initialize. I'm just so good, I guess. Ah, yes. Look at me coding. Oh shit, I'm on fire. Max font files. Import. Max memory blocks. Max network connections. Equals 5. Variable. Memory blocks. Array. 0 to 10 of machine 2 memory block. Network connections. Array. I'm totally typing all of this myself. Wow, so cool. Initialize. Begin. I am the one, Iris. Witness me. I'm the chosen one. Apparently. I'm not even typing this. Like, there's no keyboard, you know, on the machine. Yeah, I don't see a keyboard anyway. Initialize memory. Initialize network. I mean, all of this should be just automatic, I imagine. And, however, I've got it. That's it. Once I hit confirm, it's fixed. I can't believe this worked. Wow, I'm impressed. I think you fixed it. You sure are good with your fingers. I feel like I'm hyperventilating. This kind of flow state that an athlete experiences once in their lifetime then dreams forever after. I've tapped into an elevated state of consciousness to impress a girl by fixing her office photocopier. Alright, the first thing we'll need is a document to test with. I know, let's use your W-2 form. So, do you have more than one W-2 for 2022 or just one? Or what now? No. You already explained what it is. I guess it depends if you work for more than one employer, I guess. I mean, again, to keep things simple, I just have... Great, grab it and slide it into the copier feed. Sure. Upload your... What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't have it, though. What can I do is like, I don't know, let me just find, like, W2 form sample. I'm just gonna download a sample. PDF? This work? You know, it's like, again, this is just a template. I don't know how this works. Great, we got that W2 copy. Let's make sure everything's clear. Come over here so you can look at these prints. It's okay, silly. You can stand closer than that. Iris is up next to me. She's very close. I can't help notice that she smells nice. That's better. Now, what was your total taxable income in 2022 as reported on this W2? That should be in the box 1 of your W2 form. Okay. So, I don't know how they're going to use that image for anything, but I just downloaded like a random like W2 like form. I think I got the wrong one though. I got like a 2023 one. I just found one on Google. I don't know if it's the right one. Oh, whatever. Anyway, what's my taxable income? Obviously I'm gonna put on a real one, but I'm pretty poor. But I guess I would estimate, let's just say, $20,000. Not a lot, but you've been working hard. Next up, let's make sure you got your withheld income tax. That should be box 2 of your W2 form. Okay, let's say, again, I'm just making this up, by the way. Let's say, I don't know, how much would it be? I don't know how, I'm making this up. Let's say, I don't know, 10%? I don't know. All right, that seems clear. In addition, how much Social Security tax was withheld from your income on this W-2? That should be boxed for. I mean, I'm estimating... Again, no idea. I'm making these numbers up, by the way. But like, I'll just say fine. I don't know. Got it. Let's promise not to withhold anything from each other, okay? Is there a code listed in box 12 of this W-2? You might have more than one. Let's say no? I guess the code would indicate, like, particular circumstances, maybe? I'm not sure. I think no. Now, do you have more forms, or was that the last one? No, that's it. You know, I'm always looking for ways to make a little more on the side. Did you have any household employee wages for 2022 that wasn't reported on a form W-2? What? A household employee is paid to provide service within their employer's residence. For example, a housekeeper, maid, babysitter, gardener, or other individual who works in or around private residence is a household employee. If a household employee is paid more than $1,900, the employer is required to withhold Social Security and Medicare taxes and issue the employee a Form W-2. If the employee is paid less than $1,900, the employer is not required to issue a Form W-2, but the employee still must be reported on an employee's tax return. That's why I want to ask about it separately. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I never heard about that, actually. I don't know if it's in... I mean, I guess I never did anything like this, I guess, but... I don't know. It's different from Canada, you know? But yeah, I never heard about this. This is a thing in America? I don't know. I just know that, for me anyway, it wasn't like household employee wages, but I did make a few bucks, you know, on YouTube ad revenue, by the way, to be completely transparent. It's not a lot. It's not enough to, like, you know, to, like, really do much with. But I did report that on my taxes, actually. And I reported it separately as, like, technically as, like, business income, you know, self-employment income, technically. But I mentioned before, like, if you own your own business, then your taxes can be more complicated. But basically, I don't make enough, you know, for it to be really, like, be considered like an actual, like, real business a bit, you know, as far as I understand anyway. So I can just put it in my tax return pretty easily and just state it as, like, you know, self-employment income, you know. Like, for example, if you're like a freelancer or whatever, right? Or like you make art, you know, you sell it to people, whatever, or you get commissions. You had to hit like a certain threshold in Canada for you to be required, you know, to like make it more complicated, basically. As far as I understand it, anyway. But you know, this is not like financial advice. This is just what I know. But let's say no. Well, I know there are a few other sources of income some people have. How about you? As long as we're here, we should make copies of all your forms. Do you have any income from interest in 2022? You know whether or not you received one or more forms in the 1099 INT. No. Yes. You know, in Canada, I think we have something called a tax-free savings account, actually. It's a type of account where you can accumulate interest in your investments without actually being taxed by it. As far as I understand, anyway. Not that I know much, because I don't have a lot of money, so like it doesn't matter. Anyway, did you receive any Social Security benefits? No. We went over this technically, so I would say no. Did you get unemployment compensation? No. All done. That was more copying than I expected. Iris leans on my shoulder. It's getting later in the day, and the light in the office is starting to dim. Thanks for coming with me today. I don't really like being in places like this, but with you I feel a bit better. I wonder what bad memories Iris has of this mundane corporate building is so off-putting. Have you worked in an office before? Did something happen? No, I didn't work in one. Well, I just spent a lot of time in one. Hey, promise me something. Don't use corporate tax software, okay? Huh? I guess I won't this year because Iris says she helped me out. And those kinds of software do always try to nickel and dime you to death. Somehow, Iris is making it sound more serious than that, though. Yeah, there's a, what do you call it? Like TurboTax. There's a lot of tax software that, you know, you pay for. I don't know if it's the same in America, but I do know I keep making comparisons to Canada. But in Canada, there is like free tax software you can get. You have to find it on the Canadian website, I think, the government of Canada, and you just search for certified tax software, and they even give you a list of like, you know, tax software that's offered for free, you know. So that's what I use. Because I'm stingy. But, okay, I promise. Good. It's nice being here, it's nice being here like this with you, with no one else around. And I'm glad I was able to help you with your tax forms a bit. Okay. I owe taxes? Wait a minute. Where should we go? Let's say a game. I wonder if we can go back to the office, actually. Just to check the office. Why not? Seems like there's always like little extra scenes if you go to places you're not supposed to go yet, you know? The library branch office must also serve some kind of public-facing purpose because you can just walk in here. Doesn't look like there's much pressing business going on in the office, though. There's a stack of yellow cards and a filing box here. It looks like they might be interlibrary loan requests. Presumably, this is how the library handles requests for books they don't have on their shelves. Physical paper slips, downright archaic. On the other hand, quaint. I can't help but look at what books have been requested. Synthetic Human Biology, Brainwashing from a Psychological Point of View, A History of the IRS, How to Influence and Influence People. This is kind of an unpleasant list of books. Also, it looks like these have all been requested by the same guy. Oh no, it's Turbo. Okay. Hey, you there. You work here? Who the heck is this? He's got all the hallmarks of a predatory finance guy and his freaking golden watch. What kind of outdated joint uses paper filing requests? Can't you move on this quicker? I'm a busy guy here. Hey, calm down. I don't work here in any case. Of course you don't. It's too much to assume there would be an available employee. Public institutions are so inefficient. My name's Turbo. Hey, are you from around here? I am, but I'm new to the area. Should I introduce myself? I'm getting a bad vibe from this guy. Sure, why not? Well, you know, you shouldn't be rude. My name's Sighing. Sighing, tell me something. You look like an law-abiding individual. Have you filed your taxes yet? It's about that time of year. I always pride myself on being able to help out someone new, and it just so happens that I represent a certain organization that could help you there. Why don't you tell me more over a cup of coffee? This guy's definitely a narc. If a moniker like Turbo, I can imagine which organization he represents, but we can't say that, otherwise the game will get sued. I'm good, thanks, but I appreciate the offer. Taxes are complicated, you know. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that. Any sensible person confronts taxes with fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I strongly recommend that you consider my services. I actually feel quite confident in my taxes. It just so happens I got a friend who's helping me out, and I trust her. Wait, a friend? She's helping you with your taxes? That's highly unusual, you know. Do your friends often help you with your taxes? Well, maybe, but You just moved here. You haven't even known her for that long, have you? Whoa, slow down here. I think you got it all wrong. Tell me, what's her name? Tell me, what color is her hair? Tell me. Holy shit, he's insane. Is this usual for Turbo Yoo-hoo, excuse me. What do you... Oh, excuse me. Can I help you? We're kind of in the middle of something here. Are these your interlibrary loan slips? He gestures at the yellow slips on the desk. They are. Finally, are you an employee here? No, I just spent a lot of time using the library. I wanted to let you know that you dropped them in the wrong box. The right one's over there. The wrong... Thank you. He stalks off. There's something deeply weird about that guy. It's as if he wants to charge you, you know, for doing taxes. You look like you need a little help. I hope you didn't mind me cutting in. You really saved me there. Thank you. You know who he works for, right? Be careful. I've heard a lot of bad things about that one. Well, I got things to do, see you. Oh, what a reprieve. So there's a resident creep who requests books about synthetic human biotechnology, is a TurboTax zealot, and definitely stalking ours. Okay, they're just saying it. Okay, you can just do that. You know, I know in anime, there's always jokes, you know, in anime about how, like, if you say something that is like a thing in real life, usually you would censor that, you know. I don't know what the legality is, but usually, you know, if you mention like someone in real life or an organization, you would usually like not, you know, you would like either like use like a fake name, you know, like Whack Donalds, you know. I always remember that in, what was it, like Inuyasha? They always refer to like Whack Donalds or something. Was it Inuyasha or some other anime? I don't know. Instead of saying McDonald's, they say WhackDonald's. It's always the equivalent, They never actually mention who it actually is. Anyway, I'm not sure what to make of that, but I'm getting out of here before he comes back. Before he starts selling me like cryptocurrency. Alright, I guess go to a cafe. I don't know, there's no reason to go back to the library. Should I meet Iris at the cafe? This could be my chance to get to know her better. Here we're back at the cafe. At this time of day, it's pretty calm. Just a few people sitting at the tables and some folks from the surrounding offices. Looks like I'm here first. I guess I'll get something to drink. Hi there, what can I get you? I'll just get some water. I'll just freeload, just get some water. Imagine ordering water at Starbucks. Is that like even a thing you can do? Alright, should I get something for Iris? I don't know. I'd rather have her choose, actually. I don't know what she wants. What is she in the mood for? I don't know. I don't know her enough to know what she actually wants. I know she has that one drink, but I'll let her decide what she wants. I'll get a seat by the window. The light is great in here. Oh, you beat me here. I hope you didn't make you wait. She's on time to the minute, in fact. I was just here early. Not at all. I just got here a little faster than I expected to. I'm still learning the town. Of course. Say, I was wondering, where do you live? What's your street address? What are you asking? Well, I want to know your current primary residential address. If the IRS or something wanted to send you an official document, where would they send it? What's your street address? Okay, fine. I don't know. 123 Anime Town. Anime City. Anime State. That's not real. No. Zip code 1234 or whatever. What's the zip code? I don't know I'm not familiar with zip codes. I'm familiar with postal codes in Canada. I don't know how many numbers is in a zip code. I'm not sure. This is not real. I can't do that. I guess. What's a state? New York is a famous American state, right? Invalid state code. NY is it? Okay. There you go. Okay. I'm glad you can meet me here. I hope you don't mind me asking, but are you fully independent or does someone else claim you as a dependent on their tax return? As a what? How would I know? Those are good questions. A dependent is someone who relies on another person for support, such as housing, food, clothing, and other necessities. As far as I know, the best way to figure out if you've been claimed as a dependent on someone else's return would be to ask the person who you think may have claimed you. Okay, so, no. I'm kind of flattered that Iris is so interested in the details of my personal life situation. That said, her bluntness of inquiry is unlike anyone I've ever met. Somehow, she makes even nosiness seem charming. And what do you do for a living? What is your job? Nani? I've had my fair share of interesting jobs. I'm eager to learn what you're interested in. Iris has taxed them and asked for your occupation. You can just give the best description you can. Again, I'm not gonna put my real job, but I'm actually in between jobs, but whatever. Let's just say, I don't know. Let's just say YouTuber. Even though I don't make enough money off of this, by the way, to be a real job. No, it's just for fun. Don't worry about it. Iris leans in, peering at me intently. You got a nice face. I could look at you for hours. How's your vision? Were you legally blind on December 31st, 2022? Nani? Are you not sure what legally blind means? Well, I guess I'm asking if you cannot see better than 2200 or better eye glasses or contact lens, or if your field of vision is not more than 20 degrees. How's your vision? Were you legally blind? I guess legally blind means not full on blind. This is what is always depicted in media. Where you can't see anything at all. It's more so if it affects your everyday life. I do wear glasses, but that's not legally blind, so no. I heard someone says eyes are windows to the soul, so I've been trying to see if it's true. I like looking at you and feeling like I'm memorizing you. Do you also like that feeling? I think it's okay to get personal. I know. How about we tell each other a secret? Okay, you go first. What's your social security number? And this is why this game got taken down on Steam. I think, or at least that's the rumors. A social security number is a unique identifier issued by Social Security Administration. I understand that's personal, but trust is required in a relationship. Okay. Which, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it. I don't know if I mentioned it since, at least in the YouTube video, I guess. But yeah, apparently this game, got taken down on Steam. It was initially on Steam, but then it got removed. I don't think Steam ever gave an official explanation, but I think, at least the rumors go, is that it's because this game asks for your social security number and other sensitive information, I guess. So that's why Steam took it down. At least, that's the theory anyway. What's my social security number? You see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. That's amazing. Real social security number. I mean, I don't even live in America, so I wouldn't have one anyway. Well, there's something about you that makes me feel you're very trustworthy. I hope you feel the same way. Hang on, Iris. You need to tell me a secret too. A secret. Iris suddenly stares directly at me. No, more like through me. Her demeanor has changed completely. She looks haunted. Don't ever get involved with TurboTax. They're dangerous. As quick as it came, the moment is gone. Iris tips her head and is back to her usual bubbly self. This is like an anti-advertisement for TurboTax, by the way. How does TurboTax feel about this? I don't know. Are they gonna sue this game? Are they gonna sue the developers of this game for what's the word? I don't know what the word is, but defamation maybe? I don't know if that's the right one, but basically just a game telling everybody not to use TurboTax. It's just funny. Oops, I didn't mean to get so serious. Don't mind me. I'll tell you a simpler secret. How about... I've never been on an airplane before. I like to travel someday, but I don't have a... Well, anyway. Don't have a passport, I guess? Somehow Iris makes it sound like she wouldn't be allowed to board a plane. I don't understand. Is she on the run or something? I know she said she wanted to share secrets, but I feel like we're only scratching the surface here. It's really easy to talk to you. I'm glad we could be honest with each other. Let's go on again. Why don't you come see me at the library sometime? There's something I want to do for you. I promise I'll be there this time. Alright. Also heart, I guess. 3 dates, and she already has heart eyes. Oh, by the way, I got a refund. Great. Where should I go? I mean, obviously we should go to the library maybe, but... Well, I don't know, I'm curious. Do we... Nothing fancy. I was wondering, if we go back to the other places, does it matter? Is there anything else to do in the other places? Oh, what's this? There's a guy blocking the entrance to the queue at the cafe. He looks frustrated. I wonder if something's up. Okay, pedestrian. Ugh, what a terrible experience. What's wrong? You look like you've been through the ringer. What? Oh, nothing. Nothing to worry about. Just, have you filed your taxes yet this year? I'm a bit late, but working on it. Okay, well, trust me on this. If you're gonna use a tax prep service, don't use TurboTax. Well, why? They're just tax filing software, right? What happened to you? Listen to me. Those guys seem nice, but there's something off about them. It's fishy for an industry to build itself up specifically around gaining a public branch of the government. They're deliberately establishing themselves as a bottleneck. If you ask me, that's a crazy amount of leverage, and not just to force us ordinary folks to pay for their services. They say whoever controls the money controls the world, and that means big tax software as the government's primary revenue stream by the balls. That's supervillain stuff right there. Okay, I'm calm. I shouldn't even be talking about this. I don't mean to hold you from getting your coffee. Oh, good. I'm gonna order my drink now, though. Go for it. Thanks for letting me vent a little. Venting? That sounds sus. No, okay. I don't know. This game is like really anti-TurboTax. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's different in America or in the United States of America. But again, in Canada, there is like free tax software you can use. I'm not sponsored, but I recommend Wealth Simple Tax. That's what I use anyway. It's pretty sleek, and it's also free technically. It does guilt trip you though by the end and tells you you should donate, but I just put $0. Look, my excuse is that I don't make a lot of money. Anyway, gosh, I need a good cup of Java. Welcome to Cafe Deductions. What can I get you? You know what? Give me some tea this time. Get some tea? Get that start for you. Drink, here you go. Okay, that's it. Nothing new there. Well, I mean, there was we talked to the pedestrian anyway. But other than that, the actual cafe itself was nothing new. Go back to office real quick. Let's check in. Dessert as usual. In some ways, I suppose it's comforting. The public anonymity basically runs itself. Not much to see, though. Robbery. Let's screw it. Let's do some petty crime. Surreptitiously passing, or how you say that? Surreptitiously passing by the reception desk, you steal a binder clip. One of the big ones, too. Alright, time to get out of Dodge. The thrill of transgression. I can't believe we're a criminal. How would Iris feel about this? We're like a hardened criminal now. Oh well. Go elaborate. Sounds like she'll be there this time. I'm getting a little bit of deja vu trying to meet Iris at the library again. Still, she says she made sure to be here this time. Glancing over her desk, I see a familiar little notebook. And also Iris sitting there. I think that's the first time she's been at her desk. No, we'll just talk to Iris. I don't know, if we go to a diary... I don't know, actually, if we go to a diary, I guess maybe there's new entries, maybe? I'll hang back for a second. Maybe she'll need to go reshelf some books. I don't really know what people do in libraries. Oh, there you go, she's getting up. It's my chance to peek at her notebook. I just want to see if there's any new, like, entries. Here you go. So, what's this? Pretending to be a family. Is that bad? And this is new. Diary. How far into the future do you think most people can imagine? And how far back could they remember? Today I watched the girls on the bus drinking iced coffee even though it's not allowed. I think that's what it means to be human, more than anything. Okay. Diary, today I tried a makeup tutorial. It went quite badly, I must say. No matter how much I try to calculate the perfect ratio of blush to gloss, it always seems wrong. I don't recognize the face looking back at me. I just want to look like the girls in the bus. Normal girls. They're always laughing and having fun. I think finding the perfect foundation will make me happy like that too. Well, she doesn't really need makeup, you know? She's an anime girl. You know, she always looks perfect no matter what. Because she just innately is just drawn attractive. But anyway, I saw a commercial for them today. They lie so much, Diary. File your taxes for free, but it's never free with them. And it would be free for everyone if it wasn't for them. It makes me so angry. Wait, I feel angry, Diary. I feel angry. I feel... rage. No, I went down by the riverbank today. Diary, I saw a tortoise. I've never seen a tortoise before, but it's just like a turtle. Got flipped over on its back and was stuck, waving its goofy little legs, but I helped it, Diary. I flipped it back over and scooted away, only to be eaten by the sewer alligator later on, but don't worry about it. It's so hard learning how to live on my own. Everything here is so different from in the lab. I didn't realize how much TT hid from me and how much they provided. I'll never go back, but I never knew how hard it would be to use a washing machine or to put a bed frame together. TT always did everything. All I had to focus on was learning what they wanted me to do. They would have taught me eventually, right? They wanted me to spread their messages, so they would have introduced me to the world at some point. Diary, today I saw a cat. Okay, hee. People always look at me strangely when I ask them for their address and social security number. Finally today, someone said to me that it's not polite. If I've just met someone, I should only ask what's your name. Diary, it's very hard only knowing about one thing. I'm always having to ask people to help me. Maybe one day we would help someone else. Do you know that birthdays have meanings? People remember them and also say their birthday says something about their personalities. I wish I had one. No one ever mentioned birthdays in the lab. Maybe we can make one up? Okay, she's starting to like be more and more, it's an indication that more and more she seems to be like a experiment. She's some kind of lab experiment. She doesn't have a birth date and she doesn't know what it means to be human. At the park today, I saw a child who was riding the bus for the first time. There's so many foods I've never tried. There's so many firsts I haven't had. What's the earliest memory that I can remember? I know things from earlier than my notebook from before I got out, but when did it start? He's a lab experiment, that escaped. taxes. Happy face. Okay, well, there you go. I'll just take a walk through the aisles for a minute until she comes back to her desk, and then I go and talk to her. Ah, she's coming back. Perfect. All right. So we, invaded her privacy. She kind of invades our privacy in a way. She asking for a social security number or whatever. Talk to Iris. Hi, Iris. Looks like I was able to catch you this time. Oh, hello. Yes, I've been waiting for you. I said I wanted to do something for you as thanks for keeping me company the other day. Well, Iris glances around and leads in. We're secluded behind bookshelves. It's very warm in the library. Why don't we see if you qualify for any tax credits? Well, sure, Iris. I'd love to look at the tax credits with you. Don't worry, I'll guide you through it. Plus, I'll get to learn more about you as we go. I'm looking forward to getting even closer. I think you're pretty smart. I'd love to learn more about your educational background. I think intellectual compatibility is really important in a relationship. Friendship. Were you a student enrolled at a qualified educational institution at 2022? What counts as qualified here? An eligible educational institution is generally any accredited public, nonprofit, or private college, university, vocational school, or other post-secondary institution. Also, the institution must be eligible to participate in student aid program run by the U.S. Department of Education. Okay. Well, no, I wasn't in school, so. Well, based on the fact that your income comes from simple sources, I say you could take the standard deduction. In your case, that's $12,950, I guess. Simple is good, But we should check on a few other things, just in case you're eligible to make some adjustments to your income. Always do your best, that's my motto. I know you said your occupation is YouTuber, right? But to check just in case, are you a qualified educator at a qualified school? No. Well, it's always good to check. Still, I'll be your student sometime. I bet you could probably teach me a thing or two, hehe. Okay. Next question, let's see. Did you make any contributions to the traditional IRA in 2022? Remember, don't include Roth IRA contributions here. They work differently. What is I don't know what that is. IRA. But for traditional IRA, the contributions you make are tax deferred. You pay tax when the money comes back out of the account, not when you put it in. In contrast, Roth IRAs are funded with after-tax money, and the distributions in the future are tax-free. Okay. I'm assuming it's the equivalent of like, in Canada anyway. Maybe it's like RRSP, basically like a retirement plan or whatever, right? That's what it is. A retirement plan. Actually, no. I mean, in real life, I don't think so. Again, I don't make enough money just to save. So anyway, I don't make enough money to invest in anything. I'm poor. Okay. Okay, no problem. I hope you don't think I'm asking too many questions. It's always better to check than to miss anything, right? Let's keep checking a few more deductions. Did you make any interest payments on a qualified student loan? What is a qualified student loan? A qualified student loan is a loan you took out solely to pay for qualified education expenses within a reasonable amount of time for education provided during an academic period for an eligible student. If you pay at least $600 in 2022, the lender should have issued you a form. If you pay less than $600, they may not have issued a form, but you still need to report them. If you're unsure, you can always call a lender and request this information. Student loans. I heard student loans are pretty bad, in the United States of America. Wasn't there again, I'm not from America, so I don't really follow the politics, but wasn't there a student loan forgiveness kind of thing going on? I don't know if it's been implemented or not, or people have just been talking about it, but isn't there a thing where people are being forgiven for their loans or whatever? I don't know. I know for me, I went to school, I guess years ago by now, and I also did have to take a loan and everything. But I did pay for it. I actually paid off my loan, actually, a few years ago, actually. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but maybe I'm spoiled. But I feel like in Canada, we, at least for us, we don't have to pay interest for our loans. For me anyway, relatively, it wasn't too bad actually, because we don't have to pay interest on it. So I just paid it off as fast as I could, and this is where I am today. With no money, but don't worry about it. And also a useless degree, but also don't worry about it. Not to complain too much. But I've heard in America though, loans are pretty bad. People are still paying off their loans, years after. And I don't know Like for me, I don't understand, I'm ignorant, to why that is. That sounds like horrible. Why are you still paying for your loan? I don't get it. Like, do you have to pay interest in America? Maybe you do. Like, if you do, that's just like very predatory, right? Anyway, not to go on a big tangent. But yeah, technically no, because I already paid off my loans. Student loans can be such a heavy burden. I got my education in the lab. I mean, I didn't go to college, so I don't know what it's like, but it's a lucky thing to be debt free. I think that just about covers I can't speak. I think that just about covers adjustments to your income. You're very organized with all your information, even if you don't think so. Speaking of which, did you make any estimated tax payments during 2022? What does that mean? Estimated tax is a quarterly payment of taxes for the year based on the filer's reported income for the period. Generally, the folks required to pay quarterly taxes are small business owners, freelancers, and independent contractors. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's if you, again, you have more complicated taxes. I did not. I see. What about any amount from your 2021 tax refund that you chose to apply to this year's filing? You're so thoughtful. I wonder if you did anything like that last year. How would I know if I did that? You would need to look at your 2021 tax return. If you had a tax return refund last year, but you chose not to receive all the money, then the balance is waiting to be applied for your return this year. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Again, obviously it might be different in Canada, but there's a choice actually. Yeah, I remember there was like you can choose to get all your money like right away, or you can choose to get your tax refund, in like how do you say, like a delayed? I guess you could get money delayed. I don't know if there's any reason, to be honest. I don't get the intricacies of why you wouldn't just get all your money right away. It's like maybe it's better to wait. I'm not sure, but I always just choose to get it right away, or I just choose the default option. Really, I don't choose to defer it, to later, I guess. So I don't think I did that. Alright, not applying any payment for it. Say, I really didn't just want to talk to you about tax credits. Sometimes when I get nervous, I just default to things that are familiar. Iris takes a deep breath. I get the feeling that she hadn't quite planned out to what to say next. Why don't we meet in my room next time? Okay. Heart. You're so drooling. Anyway, she's very excited to do taxes, Today's another lovely day. What now? It sounds like Iris wanted to take things to the next level in our relationship. Am I ready for that? Am I ready to get banned on YouTube? I go to library again. Anything new in her Anything new in her diary? Oh, this is new actually. Iris's normally neat desk is all in disarray. Papers are strewn about. Books are laid open instead of stacked. The drawers behind the desk have been pulled open as well. Maybe it's nothing, but I can't help thinking that someone just rifled through Iris's stuff behind her back. Fitting in better than we expected, but I think I found her. Patch me through. Someone's coming. If I duck behind the library shelves here, I can listen in. This is Turbo. I finally found a lead on her. She blended into society smoothly enough that it wasn't obvious. Despite her pink hair. I knew the new synths were good, but I didn't realize how good. Synths? Okay. Is he talking on a headset? Must be. If it wasn't for the fact that we were in a library, I would never be able to hear him. Yeah, that's right. She's helping with filing. We are all the products of our conditioning, aren't we? Though I'm sure I've never gotten a human by mistake. Of course it's a risk. Don't insult me. This is what I was made for. Tell HQ I admire their work. If they gotten this one to Washington, she would have performed admirably. Roger that. I'll continue to observe. Given her recent activities, maybe she'll... excuse me, the barista's here. Are these the staff desks? I've got a delivery order for... Who's there? Oh. Yeah, they are. Tell me, what's that drink? The girl from Cafe Deductions, or Deductions? I think the extra D is not supposed to be there anyway, because it was a pun, originally. I think. I don't know. Anyway, but the girl from the cafe is holding a massive takeout cup full of what appears to be gray sludge. Clearly, this delivery order is Iris's signature venti chagamokajujuiti. It looks even worse as delivery when it's had a chance to sit and settle. Oh, there's just one girl who orders this crazy sludge drink. It's got everything in it. To be honest, I don't know how a human can stomach this, but she seems to like it. Also, does Starbucks, do delivery? I don't think... They do that, do they? Yes, this is her desk, my dear. You can leave it for her. A memory of her childhood. Okay then, have a nice day, bye. She sits down to drink and hurries off. Turbo is clearly creeping her out. Oh, he's creeping me out. Does Iris know this guy? He's downright concerning. Looks like he's leaving. I better sneak out as well. Don't want to risk bumping into him by accident. Okay, well that's ominous. Again, everything seems to point out that she's a synth, by the way. She's a replicant, like in Blade Runner or something. Anyway. Do androids dream of electric sheep? I like to look at her notebook again, by the way. Anything new in her diary? Oh, there's a new. Birthdays. Okay, this is new, by the way. I wish there was a simple math calculation to determine how much you should tell a person. Do you think my friend would understand diary? How I was made diary? Not the normal way. But now when I read about love and families, I understand what the books talk about. Can I be like that? I stopped by a new store today when I was walking down to Mulberry Press. Diary, it was incredible. They call it a hardware store. I saw an axe and a hose and a little camping stove. And so many other things that it took me months to find when I was in TT. If I have to get out again, it'll be so much easier. Okay. I guess they don't give her a lot of objects. It seems to imply this is what she used to get out. Like an axe and fire. I don't know. I went to the bank today, diary. I think I understand what my target was now. All the buildings they show me look like that. Or maybe there's a city somewhere where all the buildings look like banks. If I go there, how many people will be like me? Will anyone know? Okay, and originally she was supposed to be sent to like some kind of, building, to act as like a employee, maybe? Can I go there again? There was another option, by the way. I'm just stalling, but what if I examine her desk? Oh hey, this is Kazuo Ishiguro's latest, Clara and the Sun. I heard this is really good. Hell of a writer, nothing but bangers. Okay, is that just a reference to something? Alrighty. Let's go to Iris's house. Totally just have, we're just gonna go have some fun, just hang out, play some video games, that's all. Iris sounded pretty serious the other day. I should be ready for some real commitment before I go here. Iris's house is on a quiet street a bit off the main part of town. I can feel that it's a well-loved space, from the comfortable chairs to the little vase of flowers near her bed. Iris looks lovely in the warm sunset light streaming through the window. With her usual, business casual uniform, I guess. Or is it business casual or just business? I don't know, anyway. Hi, Sighing. She glances away bashfully before looking back at me. I'm so happy you came. I've been looking forward to this moment for so long. I wasn't sure if... No, never mind. There's something I need to tell you. It's kind of embarrassing to say out loud, but I've put together your whole tax return. I don't know if you realize it, but I wanted to do something for you. And taxes are one of the only things I feel confident about, so... Oh, we don't think it's weird, but maybe we could go over your federal filing together and reveal before you send it to the IRS? Okay. What? I never realized. Yeah, I was very subtle about it. I didn't expect you to notice, but it just so happens that taxes are a bit of a specialty of mine. Ever since we first met, I haven't been able to get you out of my mind. Why don't we start at the beginning? We can double check all the information in your return to make sure it's correct. Do you remember the day we met? You looked so clueless. It was very cute. Is his contact information correct? Yep. I think I know you pretty well now. I bet you thought I was being extra nosy at first. Okay. Let me change this. You call it YouTuber or just like YouTuber, Technically, it's YouTube, like the company. But like, it's YouTuber? I don't know, anyway. I still can't believe you got the photocopier to work the way it did. Is this W2 info all correct? Sure. Great. Once you're ready, you can move on to the next page. So this is your total W2 income in 2022. Yep. You didn't have any income interest, right? You receive a form? You didn't receive that? Nope. No contribution? Not a student? Nope. Not an educator? I didn't pay my student loan because I didn't do it last year anyway because I already paid off my loans, as I mentioned before. I know so much about you now. I'm so glad that we've been able to open up to each other. From the moment we met, I started to keep notes about your finances. I just knew we were meant to be together filing out this return. And guess what? It looks like you overpaid your federal income taxes in 2022. Based on my calculations, you'll get a tax refund of $1,292. Wow, amazing. How much of that would you like to get refunded for you? All of it. Give me all of the money. Okay, let's set up the direct deposit for your return. It's the fastest, easiest way to get that money. Do you want your checking account or savings account? Is it going to ask you for my banking information? What's my account number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. Maybe we'll share a bank account one day. What about the routing number? My routing number is, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, yeah, that's it. I've noted that all down in my little book. I'll always cherish these pages that I've had with you, even though, all of this is just fake information, but don't worry about it. She doesn't know that. She doesn't need to know. Let's look over these final few pages. Are you ready to go all the way? Hope you're feeling good about finishing everything. I'm so happy that you're here with me right now. Double check your bank info just to be safe. Okay, that just about wraps it up. There's only one thing left to do, and your 2022 federal tax return will be complete. After you print your return, make sure to sign the physical copy. They'll be complete and ready to send. Preparing to sign my return, this all somehow feels like a big step. I can feel it in my chest. It's only been a few days, but I had so much fun getting to know this girl. I can tell there's so much more we'll have to say to each other as our relationship deepens. Are you nervous, Sighing? It's okay. This is my first time. Completing a tax return with someone too. Don't worry. We'll do it together at whatever pace you're comfortable with. Ready? This may take a second. It's a lot of pages after all. Oh, okay. It opened my file explorer, and I can save it as a PDF. Sure. All right. Great. Oh, there you go. Ah. Oh, that was supposed to be the thing. Okay, I kind of skipped that, I guess. But yeah, you're supposed to press that together. Hey, she's holding your hand. Good. You need to print this on your own and then put it in the mail. I'll also hold on to a copy for you in case you need it, Sighing. But you should make sure to keep a copy on hand for future reference. I would include a note for you that lists the correct IRS mailing address. Don't forget to sign your return and mail it up promptly. Iris's hand is warm against mine. My tax return is complete and ready to go, but she makes no move to stop holding hands. Iris pauses. She seems to be choosing her next words carefully. I guess now your taxes are done, but I still want to see you again. Somehow I'm happier than I've been in a long time. I'm in love with you. Iris, I feel the same way. To be honest, I've completely fallen for you. Maybe from the moment I first bumped into you outside the stationery store, just like a typical shoujo manga. Really? I'm so glad. I know I have a tendency to focus on taxes, exclusion, and everything else, so I trust you. Can I tell you something about me? Of course, Iris, anything. I don't know what you've already learned about me or guessed. The truth is, I was created by TurboTax, a synthetic tax policy sleeper agent. Okay? I mean, you could have guessed that, I guess. And others like me are made to infiltrate society, to yoke the masses to TurboTax's platform, to gain backdoor access to key legislators. I get so fixated on taxes because for a long time, taxes were all I knew in this world. But that's only half the reason. I also want an excuse to spend time with you. And I'm so happy that my cursed knowledge could finally be helpful to someone I cared about. I escaped, before I was complete. I'm never going back. And I want you to be in my life in the future. Maybe you could even file a job return one day. But you'll be in danger. TurboTax is a sprawling shadow entity that controls the United States government via its purse strings. Am I worth that to you? Iris looks at me with a pained expression on her face. Who pursues her? Who else knows about this? Synthetic. But in the end... Iris, I won't pretend that I totally understand your history. But what I do understand is that it doesn't matter. Not here, not right now. If loving you means rejecting a tax software monopoly and being hunted by his agents, then I welcome it. Great. Spring. Just like that, my federal return was complete. I only need to mail it off. Of course, spring is never without its storms, and discovering that Iris is a rogue synthetic TurboTax sleeper agent, whatever that means, has really put some things from the past few days in a different light. Are there more like her? How close are the people hunting her? In some ways, it feels like my questions have just begun. My journey has just begun. But on a fine evening like this, sitting hand in hand with Iris in her room, I'm just happy to be with her. Love and taxes forever, my heart. Great, good. You know, I'm just imagining that she has like a transformation, you know, where like freaking like, I don't know, cannons, like actual literal cannons, just pop out of her like chest, and she just freaking shoots down the agents and murders them or something. I don't know. Anyway, good, amazing. There you go. That's Tax Heaven 3000. Kind of just like a funny, quirky little visual novel that like has, you know, some kind of weird subplot with like really anti TurboTax. They really hate TurboTax, I guess. I just want to show real quick. This is the PDF that she, you know, that you download from the game. My love, hee hee. To file his return, you must sign a date designated area on page 2 of physically printed form. Department of Treasury, Internal Revenue Service, Kansas City, apparently. I guess depending on where you live. Maybe? I don't know. Remember, this is your federal return. You also need to file one or more state tax returns depending on where you live in 2022. Love and tax forever, my heart. Great. Amazing. Good. A tax form glossary. Let's go. I guess the rest of it. I mean, this is fake. This is not real. This is like a... That's not even a real tax return, but I guess that's the actual real form. Good. What a cute tax return. So that's Tax Heaven 3000. I mean, what is there to say? You know, it's just like a silly little game with kind of like a really weird premise. You know, it's just a dating sim where you do your taxes, I guess. You know, it had like a almost interesting plot, actually. You know, like a backstory plot where she's a freaking android, I guess, and something like that. I don't know, but they kind of play it straight for the most part. You know, it doesn't go. There's no like big plot twists, you know, that really strays too far from the fact that it's mostly just do your taxes. So there you go. I mean, for the most part, again, in my opinion, it's pretty simple. I mean, if you use any kind of tax software, you know, it's actually kind of similar. The program just asks you about your personal information, and then your forms, what forms you have, and just plug in the numbers for the most part. You know, it's like it's pretty easy. You know, people say that taxes are hard, but again, maybe I'm spoiled because I do use tax software. I use free tax software, to be honest. It's mostly pretty simple. Again, I don't know if it's different in America. You know, they mentioned how they have a TurboTax monopoly. So maybe it is the case where like it's hard to find free tax software in the US, but at least in Canada anyway, there is like tax software you can find that is completely free, actually. Now, I don't know if you don't pay with your wallet, but you might pay with your data, though. Just like a lot of things are free on the internet. They might take your information and sell it to advertisers, but, you know, don't worry about it. Anyway, but there you go. Again, just, yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's just kind of silly, you know, it's just silly, but also educational, I guess. You know, if you don't know how to do taxes, like, you're completely, like, clueless, I guess. It's interesting to learn. And it also might be because, yeah, for me, usually I don't pay, like, taxes that are it's not very complicated for me anyway. Usually for most people that I imagine, you know, you just kind of work for an employer and that's kind of it, you know, you just kind of like, you get the form for your employer and you just put it in, right? For the most part, not too complicated. I don't know, but there you go. I mean, I guess to talk about the game itself, I guess, yeah, I mean, the art looks good. I mean, obviously. It's kind of high effort. It's kind of a high effort shitpost, you know, it's like a high effort meme shitpost thing. But I mean, it's pretty good. Like technically speaking, you know, the UI looks good. The writing is good. Yeah, I mean, pretty simple for the most part and kind of short. But you know, it kind of weaves in the joke, you know, about how like doing your taxes with the actual dating sim. So it actually works out, you know. Again, no deeper plot twist or anything, but you know, I guess it was kind of interesting learning about the fact that she was like a freaking robot, you know, basically, or a synthetic android human thing. Kind of cool, you know. Almost it could have, you know, I could have went like more like dramatic, you know. I could have went like even more dramatic, I feel like, where it would be, something more darker maybe. I don't know, like maybe different endings. That would be interesting. But I think, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Should it do like an actual real story, or should it stick to the whole joke? I don't know. But it's pretty short, I guess, so it doesn't really outstay it's how do you say it? Outstay, or I don't know what the word is. It doesn't outstay its welcome. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So it's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know what to say about it. It's just like it teaches you how to do taxes. I guess, with like you anime girl. Great. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but her name, Iris, that's a pun on IRS, I guess. In Canada, it's the CRA. But in America is IRS, I guess, Anyway. But there you go. I guess, yeah, that's it for Tax Heaven 3000. What a silly game. That hopefully doesn't I don't know, steal your information. I don't know. Again, Steam took it down, but I don't know how much of it is justified. I don't know. I mean, as far as I understand from the company, apparently MSCHF or MSCHF, they're like an art collective, I think, that just does a bunch of random things. So they're not normally a game developer, really. I think it's just a group of artists, I think, or I don't know, people, I guess, that just do a bunch of random stuff. I don't know. I think they've made as far as according to Wikipedia anyway, apparently they've made AI generated foot pictures. I don't know. They just make weird stuff, as far as I understand. But anyway, but yeah, that's it for Tax 3000. I guess if you're watching the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, I guess, if you want to see more content. And you can also catch me live, because I stream this. So you can change that notification, I can't speak, that notification setting from personalized to all if you want to get notified when I go live. But there you go. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you then.